G'day guys, it's Mark here from North Oz, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the next 5 things you could do to your new Prado or your new vehicle that you guys have bought or have, secondhand or new, they're all good. So we'll talk about that today. It's a follow-up video from the first 5 things that you guys could do to your new vehicle. So let's get into it. It's going to be a fun one. So let's roll the intro and get stuck into it. So the first thing that I'll do is empty my pockets like I pretty much did for all the K-On products that you can afford. And they have got some great stuff over there at K-On. So I've got a interior rack here. I believe they call it a shelf. So I've got the shelf here and I've got some stuff hanging off it, like some lights and stuff too. So super handy. It just makes that dead space up here so usable. So I would definitely get that at the minimum. But then I've also got a couple other things like the drop down table. It's off the back, which I can't use because I didn't think about it when I built the DIY drawer system that I built. So that's off for now, but it will be back. And also things like, there's some little bits and pieces that they have as well, really good. They've got a whole pile of different brackets that they make. So the Max Trax brackets are another thing as well that I have of them. And they're really, really good guys, really high quality people over there, really fast with their shipping, and they're really, really polite. First thing that I would do is go out and buy a whole pile of K-On products that would suit your needs, and the stuff is really, really sturdy and good quality. The next thing I would get is a really good set of car seat covers. Now, the ones that I went out and bought are by a company called Shark Skin. These are basically made out of a wetsuit style material. So when water gets on there, it just kind of beads and you can just wipe it off. And when you sit on them for a long period of time, the water does kind of soak into them a little bit, but it does dry really, really quickly. So it's a really nice material. It's also quite thick material as well, which is good just for a little bit of extra cushioning. One thing that I really don't like about these Prado seats is that they are kind of like a microfiber, really soft suede sort of a material, and it really grips on your clothes when you slide in and out of the car. But this material is it's very, very smooth. So when you get in and out of the car, it just makes it really, really easy. And it's not grabbing at your clothes when you're getting into it. Sounds a little bit of a fussy thing, but you'll be surprised. It can be a little bit annoying, especially if you've got exercise clothes on, and that really does grab onto your clothes. So this is a really good upgrade that I've done. I'm super happy with it. It wasn't too expensive, and it actually came with not only 7 seats worth of car seat covers, which I didn't really need, but it was great that it came with it anyway. It also came with a center console cover, which again is of that thick material, and it just gives you a little bit more cushion for when you are, just on those long trips. So go out and get yourself a really good pair of car seat covers. In the first video that I made of the first 5 things that you guys should do to your car, I said that take out those seats 6 and 7 if you don't need them. And so of course the next thing that you should probably do is fit out the rear of your vehicle. So I'm just going to focus on just one thing, which is a drawer setup. Really easy to make a easy drawer setup. Doesn't take too much skill. If I can do it, you can do it. But it's just, you can do whatever you want. You can make a cubby if you like and put boxes in there, or you can do what I did, which is just make a really, really basic drawer system. And, you guys can store a whole pile of stuff in here. It's awesome. If I was to do it again, I probably would have done 3 skinny drawers instead of a skinny drawer and a big drawer. But, it's all part of the learning experience. But 100%, go out, get yourself, either buy a drawer system if you don't feel comfortable building one, but they are very expensive. So I built this whole setup in the back here for around $200. So just keep that in mind. Just a really basic drawer setup, or just some way to store your equipment and keep it safe is, it's invaluable. I'll never go back to not having a drawer system, if that makes any sense. So yeah, gotta have a drawer system from now on. Something that I absolutely can't live without now on the road is a 12-volt system. So having some sort of way to charge up my camera gear and my phone and just little things, guys, it makes such a big difference. And you can charge up your computer and stuff as well, just with a very small inverter. It is absolutely invaluable. Running that fridge as well all the time has been an absolute game changer, not having to stop off for ice every couple of days with the heat that we have up here. So I would definitely go out again. If I had to do all this again, probably the first thing I would do is go out and get myself a good 12-volt system. And the lithium batteries now aren't too expensive these days. I picked this one up in here for around 400 bucks. So, you know, not too expensive. And you know, I've got 100 amp hours of power in there, which is plenty for my needs. Number 5, and the last thing on the list, guys, is to get some sort of way to, you know, increase the light output of your vehicle. So, you know, if you already have a bull bar, that's great. You could probably just add some driving lights. They're pretty cheap. Or for me, because I'm doing basically no bar build at the moment, I would go ahead and just get some sort of brackets for your platform or some sort of roof rack that you've got on here, and I added a light bar. So that's been great for me. Light bar is all I need. The headlights on the vehicle that I have are LEDs. You know, they run super bright. So I mean, I really didn't need that much extra, but just having a little bit of extra output has been brilliant. So that concludes the next 5 things that I would do to my vehicle. And of course, all this stuff is very specific to me. But you know, I would do this again if I had to do a car build for someone, I had to do a truck fit out for someone. I would 100% do exactly the stuff that we're talking about right now. Things like a 12-volt setup, you pretty much need to have if you're doing any sort of long-range driving. Things like having some sort of light output that's a little bit more than your headlights is going to be really safe as well on the roads. So, you know, draw systems and stuff, you need to be able to sort out your equipment and basically keep organized when you're out on the road. So for me, all the stuff that we talked about here today, guys, you know, it's all stuff that I've done, and also that, you know, if I was to do another vehicle again, I would. So thank you for watching. If you have another 5 suggestions of things that, you know, you would do to your vehicle, put them down in the comments. If I missed something, you're like, oh, actually, I probably would do this first, let me know. It would be interesting to have a chat with you down in the comment section. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.